Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at the word Fabrica, which sounds a lot like fabric in Spanish, but it actually means factory. So we're going to be learning what the correct word is to refer to fabric in Spanish and also how you can use the word Fabrica. So we're going to first start with Fabrica and we're going to look at a few sentence examples of how we would use this word to refer to a factory. Our first example is Hay una reunión en la fábrica a las 3. There's a meeting in the factory at 3 o'clock. So we are referring to where the meeting is taking place, which is in the factory, en la fábrica, and that's about all there is to it with our simple noun here, factory, fábrica. Hay una reunión en la fábrica a las 3. Or we could say something like, algunos de nosotros tenemos una vida fuera de esta fábrica. So some of us have a life outside of this factory. And of course we're referring to factory, Fabrica, and we're using Esta to refer to this factory. And Esta here is used without the accent because it is a pronoun, it is not a verb. And if you're interested to learn more on this topic about when to use esta or esta with the accent, I have another video on my channel and it explains the difference between these two and some of the other topics similar to this. Algunos de nosotros tenemos una vida fuera de esta fábrica. And our third example for Fabrica is el propósito de nuestro viaje es visitar una nueva fábrica. So the purpose of our trip, el propósito de nuestro viaje, is to visit a new factory. Es visitar una nueva fábrica. So we're referring to Fabrica as factory, and so make sure all of your adjectives always correspond in gender and quantity. Nueva, Fabrica, so we have one, and Fabrica is feminine, so we always want to make sure that the adjective that we use with it is also in the feminine form, nueva. El propósito de nuestro viaje es visitar una nueva fábrica. Alright, so in the beginning of this video I mentioned that Fabrica sounds a lot like fabric, but that we have a different word for fabric. That word is tela. So tela means fabric or like a cloth or anything, or like, you know, like we use for your clothes, that kind of fabric. So let's look at some examples using tela. Usted y yo estamos cortados de la misma tela. So this is an idiom and it's pretty much the same in English as well, that you and I are cut from the same cloth. So it means that we are the same, or we have the same history, the same beliefs, the same origin, along those lines. And if you want to learn more about idioms in Spanish specifically, you can take a look at this idioms video on my channel as well. Usted y yo estamos cortados de la misma tela. And then again, our noun tela is feminine, so we use the feminine form misma, misma tela. And we use cortados. Usted y yo estamos cortados. We use that plural form because we're referring to both of us. We are. Usted y yo estamos cortados de la misma tela. Or we could say, esta tela se utiliza para limpiar el tazón de té. So this cloth, esta tela, is used, se utiliza, to clean, para limpiar, el tazón de té. El tazón de té is the tea bowl. So the sentences might be a little bit older, and tea bowls, we don't really have tea bowls so much, but these examples are pulled from the internet in various places, and I liked this one, so I chose it. Even though tea bowl is a little bit older, you still can learn the word tea, el té, and the word bowl, tazón, which is more of like, maybe more of a cup for tea. And if you are curious about finding examples of different sentences in Spanish, you can find the website that I use for these in the description down below. Esta tela se utiliza para limpiar el tazón de té. And our last example, ellos pueden ser creados de cartón, tela y otros materiales. Alright, so they can be created. Ellos pueden ser creados. And then out of, so we're going to use our preposition de, and then our nouns of what it's being created out of. So cartón, tela y otros materiales. Cartón is cardboard, and then tela, of course, is cloth or fabric and other materials. Ellos pueden ser creados de cartón, tela y otros materiales. Alright, so looking at the words Fabrica and tela, Fabrica is a factory, and it kind of sounds like factory, but it sounds much more like fabric. So think of it like where fabric is made. It's made in a factory, una fábrica. And then if you want to refer to cloth or fabric, we're going to use the word tela. Alright, I hope that you guys found this lesson useful for understanding the difference between Fabrica and tela and when to use each one. If you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, and I will see you guys back here next time. Ciao!